Hello and welcome everyone. You're watching Headlines Today. I'm Shivani Gupta. We've been keeping a very close eye on the BCCI's Emergent Working Committee meet that was held today in Mumbai. And everyone was hopeful, even if not very buoyantly, that there would be perhaps something that comes out from this meeting that gives us hope of how this case is going to move forward in the Supreme Court. But what has come out from the BCCI meet is only a formation of a new probe panel, and the names have been released. The three members that have been decided to form a new panel are Ravi Shastri, former Indian cricketer, Jai Narayan Patel, former Chief Justice of Kolkata High Court, and Dr. R.K. Raghavan, former CBI director, someone who has been associated with the match-fixing scandal of 2000 with the CBI. But is this panel enough? Or is this panel at best a compromise solution between both warring parties of the BCCI? Remember, Ravi Shastri's name was proposed by a pro-Srini camp. J.N. Narayan's name was proposed by an anti-Srini camp. So it seems both camps have one representative each. While K. Madhavan's name was initially suggested by one of the camps, now another former CBI director R.K. Raghavan's name has been agreed upon. But is this really the panel that will give anyone the faith that this panel can not only probe, have the powers to probe such a matter, but also go on to take strict decisions in this regard? Let's go across to our guests. Former Indian cricketer Nikhil Chopra is joining me in the studio. Senior cricket journalist, somebody who's been very closely associated with the match-fixing scandal of the past. Pradeep Magazine also with us in the studio. And our consulting editor, Boria Majumdar, joins us from Kolkata. Boria, I want to come to you first. Your first reactions at the names of this in this panel, the formation of this panel. Not only have we been debating the question of just how much powers a panel like this can have anyways, but are you shocked or surprised by looking at the names of this panel?
You know, Pradeep mentioned this, that nothing can surprise or shock when it comes to the BCCI, and he's proved right yet again. I'm quite surprised because I was having a conversation exactly what transpired in the meeting, and I can tell you that a number of members have expressed their dissent and have recorded their dissent. So it's not about expressing. A number of members have recorded their dissent about the panel itself. So that tells you the story. What we've not said is the special general meeting of the board apparently has been convened, is what I'm learning.
Yeah.
And Mr. Srinivasan will not be part of the disciplinary committee, is something that has been agreed upon. So for me, it's at best a compromise and a complete sham, because it's you take one, I take one kind of thing. And that doesn't cut the ice when you're talking about a match-fixing probe panel, for God's sake. You know, it's like Jai Narayan Patel on one side, Ravi Shastri on the other. And when it came to Ravi Shastri, some members, and I can tell you the names, Shashank Manohar, Jagmohan Dalmia, etc., said, how can a board employee probe its board president? How can a board employee who gets money from the board sit on a panel that investigates its president? So they recorded their dissent on that name as well. Now it's for the viewers to decide if it's a sham or not. As far as you and I are concerned, this is definitely not the solution that the Supreme Court would have asked the BCCI to give.
Yes, Pradeep, this just keeps happening again and again. Every time you feel that the BCCI is going to take this matter seriously, you know, another sham is thrown in our face. There is nobody in their right minds who can look at this as a positive development.
Well, you know, it just goes to show that Mr. Srinivasan still controls the board. He still has the support of the majority of members. Otherwise, this wouldn't have happened. Secondly, I'm quite aghast at the fact that, like everyone else is, how does Ravi Shastri's name figure in the probe panel?
Nobody on the planet
I don't know
can
how
explain
will
this.
Supreme Court accept this, that here, whatever Ravi Shastri may be a great cricketer, so was Sunil Gavaskar, but they did appoint him as IPL chairman, despite the fact that
There was a conflict of interest there too.
So it's the same case here. He's a board employee, he's contracted with the board. So I doubt very much it will be agreeable to the Supreme Court, and I do not think it is agreeable to the petitioner. I am sure they are going to reject this outright.
Absolutely. We are in fact waiting to hear from Aditya Verma, the petitioner in this case as well. But you know, Ravi Shastri, I mean, it's not just about Nikhil, about whether the Supreme Court will accept this or not. I mean, the BCCI is being looked at by everyone in the country, globally as well, and it's one sham after the other. What were they thinking? That how are people going to react when they listen to Ravi Shastri's name? Nothing against him personally, but he's aligned with the BCCI.
Well, of course, no disrespect, but this whole case, why we're all sitting here, why this has gone to the apex court, the big question mark arises, in terms of conflict of interest. I guess, Shivani, this was the best opportunity that the BCCI probably had to get to the bottom of spot fixing, match fixing, whether or not certain people who were associated with the teams were involved or not. In that regard, no disrespect to any of the panel members that have been set up at this moment in time. But beyond a point, if you look at the Mumbai investigating team, the police, the Delhi investigating team, the police, they had doubts that the underworld's involved. Now you tell me, how will these people get to the bottom of all this beyond their reach, whether or not the underworld's involved or not? Because of course they are not in serving investigative agencies at this moment in time. I hope they can get to the bottom of this. I'd like to see the glass as half full. And also, don't forget, Mr. Mudgal in his own committee report said that this whole entire matter needs to be further investigated by some sort of government agency, because of course their reach is much longer. They can get to the bottom of many more things rather than somebody who's outside the investigative agencies as well. And the other thing, will the apex court or the Mudgal committee work with these three panel members? The 13 names that are supposedly in that sealed envelope will be shared. Will those members whose names have been put in that envelope be questioned or not? There's a whole lot of question marks.
Exactly. How this probe is going to be conducted obviously is a big question. Just what powers this panel is going to have. But Bore, I was going to come to you. You can go ahead and make that point you want to make as well. Has the BCCI once again lost the opportunity to stand up to corrupt practices? Can we say right now that for whatever seemed to be the case before the meeting, members could not stand up to N. Srinivasan?
You definitely can, because the point is simple, what Pradeep said. The fact is, the opportunity has been lost yet again. It's a 2-2. Because what I am understanding is everything was is a compromise formula. It was decided that let an SGM be called because Mr. Srinivasan will not be part of the disciplinary committee. So this was given to the opposition. Instead of that, Raghavan gets in to the committee. So it's a 1-1. Jayanarayan Patel goes to the opposition. Ravi Shastri goes to the Srinivasan camp. So everything is a give and take. Where is the real intent to clean up the act? I mean, obviously, there was a lot of debate, there was a lot of fight that happened in the meeting. There was a lot of fight in that meeting today is what I understand. Dissents were recorded. But some other names came up, Shivani. That of Nageshwar Rao, Additional Solicitor General, part of the Mudgal committee, was not put to vote. Now, why was Nageshwar Rao's name not put to vote and Ravi Shastri's name accepted? We don't know. But clearly, from the ultimate outcome, in fact, I am told that Shivlal Yadav will soon be conducting a press conference as well. And I would wait for my colleague Rashesh Mandhani to ask him these questions. But what I understand is Jayanarayan Patel on the one side, Ravi Shastri on the other, R.K. Raghavan on the one side, disciplinary committee on the other. So it's a clear case of 2-2. It's a compromise, as you said, between the two warring factions. Ultimate loser Indian cricket, ultimate loser the Indian cricket fan, because another opportunity has been completely wasted.
Let me in fact go across to Rashesh Mandhani. Rashesh, several members recorded their dissent at the formation of this probe panel. Ravi Shastri's name was wildly contested. Can you give us some more details on the reactions that you have received from the BCCI members in the meeting since it got over?
Well, I think to a number of members who were present in the meeting, who were with Srinivasan, it's a convenient arrangement, Shivani. And what is it that the probe panel is going to probe? They are going to probe some of the names which have been listed by a Supreme Court appointed investigator, with 13 names, one of which is N. Srinivasan. Now, which is the committee which is going to probe these names and Mr. Srinivasan? A couple of names which have been suggested by those close to Mr. Srinivasan himself, which suggest the whole farcical exercise that one could see. The same argument could be put to those against Srinivasan as well. One could say, why is the anti-Srinivasan camp suggesting names as the probe panel? The number of our guests have earlier suggested that in this situation, where it comes down to the situation of my man against your man, it's better if it was left to the Supreme Court and an external agency came in and investigated. That is not going to happen. Now that these three names have been put to vote, those are the names I believe will be sent by the BCCI in its reply to the Supreme Court, and it's then for the Supreme Court to take a call on it if this will indeed be a probe panel, and if so, what is the time duration that it would be given. But the negative perception that the BCCI has been carrying all along, the entire exercise today does nothing to suggest that that perception has gone away.
And you also reported, Rasesh, that the SGM is likely to happen in the second week of May now. Can you give us more details about that? Is there going to be any strong opposition to what is happening in the special general body meeting?
Well, what one understands is that the SGM has been called in the second week of May to the limited agenda of the reconstitution of the disciplinary committee, which Boria was already reporting about the fact that the Srinivasan's name would be removed from the disciplinary committee and another man would come in to form the makeup of the BCCI disciplinary committee. Now, whether that man would necessarily not be a Srinivasan man, we do not know. That will again be a situation which will be dealt with at the SGM. But again, the issue of the ICC representation, whether Srinivasan can take over as the chairman, one believes that is not a part of the agenda, and the SGM, that would be dealt with in the Supreme Court when the hearing convenes, where we gather that the petitioner will raise the issue whether Srinivasan, in light of the happenings in current time, can still represent BCCI at the ICC.
We're discussing the aftermath of the BCCI Emergent Working Committee meeting, after which a probe panel has been announced, including the name of R.K. Raghavan, who was a former CBI director. We spoke to him earlier. Listen into what he had to say.
This comes from out of the blue. It's a pleasant surprise. I would like to contribute my to cleaning up the game, to participate in this committee and do my best. That's all I can say. This is absolutely news to me when you rang up a few minutes ago. I am not a new territory. I did this in 1999-2001 when I was the head of the CBI. That is the first match-fixing investigation done by anybody. I headed that bureau. I did the CBI when this was undertaken. I think we emerged reasonably well. So that experience, I think, will greatly help me in participating in this investigation. No, I would not like to jump the gun. Let me understand what they want me to do. This is the first time I hear that I've been recommended. The Supreme Court has ratified. So let me take one step forward each time. Let me wait for a couple of days before I can give any reaction to what this committee will do. Please.
And we're also getting a reaction from the former President Jagmohan Dalmia. Let's listen in very quickly.
I will miss my flight.
So just the three names that have been suggested by the BCCI.
And CBI director रखो ना सर वही सर वापस एक बार लीड कौन करेगा सर राघवन सर और लीड तो मैं करूँगा कैप्टन.
All right, it seems Jagmohan Dalmia did not quite want to speak to the media. All right, a minute left on the show. Boria, I want to give you 30 seconds before I take final comments from Pradeep here. You were about to make a point.
Yes, the ICC point was raised and Bharat Raman, the TNCA representative, said This is now being discussed by the Supreme Court, so why should the working committee debate this? Let the Supreme Court decide on this. So that's the answer to that ICC point. And ultimately, Shivani, I echo what you, Pradeep and Nikhil have said on the show. This is not what the Indian cricket fan would have wanted. And is it going to be acceptable to the Supreme Court? With nothing personal against Ravi Shastri, who's a very close friend, how can a BCCI employee and who gets money probe its own precedent? It's now for the Supreme Court to decide.
Yes. The president has been named as part of those 13 people. Let's not forget, it's just not up in the air anymore.
Shivani, I just want to raise 2 points. One is that Nilay Datta, who's been the board member on the panel, he has written in the report that this needs police investigation.
Yeah.
So this is the board's voice in a way within the probe panel saying this. Second, I want to remind people that the Indian board had appointed former Chief Justice of India, the late Chandrachud, to probe match fixing when allegations were being made. And he came to the conclusion that this is nothing but selling the fair name of cricket. And we know what happened after.
Yeah.
So we know what these probes are all about. Unless a CBI or a police investigation is done, I do not see any way we can move ahead and be convinced that whatever probe was done was fair.
Absolutely. There's absolutely no faith, really, that anyone on our panel and even other members who have spoken to us have in a probe panel of this kind, especially, first of all, we don't know what powers they're going to have to investigate such a matter. Pradeep Magazine, Nikhil Chopra, Boria Majumdar, thanks a lot for joining us.